Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Chang from Hope Adventure.
And I'm Dan from Vagabond Awake.
And right now we are in
Sri Lanka.
Finally we make to Sri Lanka.
Yeah, I've wanted to come here forever.
Yeah, and both of us never been to Sri Lanka. It's our first time here.
Yeah, that makes this my 68th country.
Wow, well said. My one is 32 country, if I'm not mistaken. In this video, we want to share with you about the tips before you come into Sri Lanka, what you need to prepare.
Yeah, and how to save some money. We
Yes.
want to cover those two areas.
True. So let's start.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah. The first one is visa. You need to apply your e-visa before you come into Sri Lanka. Example for Dan is $52 for now to entry to Sri Lanka for 30 days. And for me on March, I have a promotion, so I no need to pay for the visa fee. I just need to fill in the visa form, and I can get the arrival approval, and boom, that's all. And this thing is changing all the time, visa thing. So you need to check before you go to each country, because each country have a different rule.
Yeah, and when you apply for the visa online, you'll see which countries have to pay and which don't.
Yeah, I think I need to pay my fee also will be lower than your country.
You mean in the months where you're not free?
Yes, in the months that I'm not free.
Yeah.
A lot of countries now they are open. They make all these package for attract the foreigner to come to their country and travel.
The opening of the world.
Yeah. Next thing is you need to fill in the arrival card.
Digital arrival card. Yeah.
Yes, digital arrival card. It will save you a lot of the time. It's free, okay? It's free, and you will get like in 24 hours you will get your arrival card. Do it before you departure, at least like 3 days before your departure.
Yeah.
Do it, because it will save you a lot of problem. When you arrive in Sri Lanka, in the immigration will ask you if you don't have, then you need to go back to the line, fill in the form, or you need to get a Wi-Fi to fill in online and then get back in the line, and then they're only stamping your passport.
Yeah, so if you want to sail right through, you want to make sure to get both of these. And they're not, we didn't print PDFs out on either our visa or our digital arrival card.
Yes.
We didn't print them, we just had the PDF copies. We showed them to the immigration official on our phone.
So these two websites, I will be writing on my description or in my comments, so you will check that it's a government official website.
Yes. You want to go to the right
The
website.
second thing is when you arrive in the airport. When you arrive in the airport, you can go direct to the SIM card counter to buy the SIM card, because the price for the SIM card on the airport and on the street is the same. Actually, it's the same.
Yeah.
And the SIM card is open 24 hours, so you don't worry whether you arrive in the midnight or what. We arrive in the midnight, we're able to get it very fast and easy. Then got that one is called Dialog.
Dialog is the brand of the SIM card that I have in my phone.
I think it's a very good the system and coverage, Then what is 100 gigabyte for 30 days, free call and free SMS for certain, I don't know how many. And then it's 3,200 rupee.
Which is like $10.60 or something like that.
$10 something. That's $11
for a month.
For a month. Perfect coverage. Everything is good.
Yeah, we've had all over the country, we've had good coverage with Dialog.
Yeah.
We watched YouTube videos before we came here, which we always do, to new places we'd never been before, to try to save ourselves some headaches, hassles, and save some money. And one of the things we kept hearing was about how the ATM machines didn't all work. Some of them only wanted to give you $50 or $40, and that people had to go to multiple ATMs. So before we came, we got out, we took some US dollars, we converted it into the Sri Lankan rupee. Do you remember how much we did? Was it?
We do like 200 US dollar.
Yeah, it was around 200 US dollars. So we had some money when we landed, Sri Lankan money. So to avoid some problems that might happen if the machines weren't working or whatever. Also, people share what banks they use that they finally were able to get money out of. And so we went to those banks and we didn't really have any luck. But we found a bank that we did have luck. It's HNB Bank, which stands for Hatton National Bank. I was able to take out 100,000 rupees, which is around $300 or something. I don't know exactly how much it is. Actually, it's 300 to 1. So 100,000 rupees would be about $330 US. And that was a lot of money. It saved us a lot of time from going from ATM to ATM, trying to get $40 out here, $60 out there. And that's really the only bank we stayed with them. We found them everywhere, and they're reliable. I wouldn't mess with any of the other banks. So just stay with HNB Bank.
That is a very good information for that. The bank is really hassle if you go to the wrong one. Just stick with this one.
Yeah, there was no lines. There were no hassles. They had a button you push for English, so everything was transacted in English, and everything else was straightforward. Of course, whenever you go to a foreign country from your home country, or like us, if you're traveling from country to country, you always want to make sure if your bank requires it, that you go there and let them know what country you're going to be in, what the dates are. And so you always want to do that too.
The next one is, in Sri Lanka, they are using Uber. So you can take an Uber in the airport to your hotel area, or also you can use a local app. It's called 𝒃𝒿.
𝒃𝒿, yeah.
But Uber is easier because everyone uses Uber.
Yeah.
And with Uber, you can go everywhere in a big city. One thing is, once you're in the airport, you get your SIM card, you can direct use the Uber. A lot of people ask, what about eSIM? eSIM. I think eSIM, I don't know, we didn't use eSIM. For us, I prefer a local SIM card because if anything happens, I can direct call to my Airbnb or hotel owner or anything.
Because you have a local phone number.
Because I have a local phone number, that's what I want to say. Yeah. So the Uber and the 𝒃𝒿, they are only in the big city that we can use. We use in the Colombo, and also from our hotel to the Colombo Fort, and also in Mantara from our bus station to go to our Mirisa place. So it's only in a big city you can use the Uber. The rest, you maybe try your luck for 𝒃𝒿 or the local tuk-tuk. After the Uber and the 𝒃𝒿, and then one more thing is very famous in Sri Lanka.
Yeah?
That is called tuk-tuk. You can renting a tuk-tuk in Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
But we didn't do that. I will tell you that later. Okay, so the tuk-tuk, if you're renting the tuk-tuk, it's called tuk-tuk rental. You pick up the tuk-tuk in the airport and drop off in the airport, that's free. But if you pick up in the airport and drop off in some other place, that's more. Maybe it's up to $70 US for the drop off different place. Per day is $30 US per day. And then deposit is $150 US for the deposit. And you need to have an international license, and then they will help you to convert your license to the local license. You cannot drive with international license. You only can drive with a local license.
Yeah. So we decided not to get a tuk-tuk because $30 a day, and we're here for about a month.
Yeah.
Would be $900 to rent a little, kind of like a motorcycle the three people can sit on. It just seemed like a lot of money to us.
And it's not practical for us. We have a too big luggage that doesn't fix to the tuk-tuk that much.
Right. And also we didn't want to worry about where to park it, where's safe, what are the local driving rules and all that. A lot of people enjoy that, but for an extra $900, we decided to do other things.
Yeah, we do other things. We take the local buses.
Yeah.
We take Uber, 𝒃𝒿, tuk-tuk,
Yeah.
So we're enjoying that. And if you want to drive in Sri Lanka, wow, you need to have a good skill as well. So we are great that we are not taking any tuk-tuk or motorbike, renting all these things from the other place.
Right.
Because that's, it's so much work to do on that.
We didn't have any problem at all taking the local buses, and they're almost free. I'll give you some examples.
Example, when we arrive in Colombo and we are taking the buses from Colombo Fort to the Mantara, it's about 3 hours like that. The express bus costs us $4 US. AC, express, boom. Nice.
Yeah, you're talking 3-4 hours.
3-4
air-conditioned bus, luggage stored below,
Yeah.
On the freeway going boom, fast.
Yes.
If we were in a tuk-tuk, no AC, wind blowing in our
Ooh.
hair for 4 hours, not really knowing when to get on and get off, it would have been a whole different experience.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
$4
Yeah. And
instead of $30 a day for a tuk-tuk.
true, but normally we're not using renting a car or something as well, because we want to skip the possible with accounting to the police risk
yeah.
and accident and this and that. It's very real. And then when we arrive in Mantara, we take the Uber to Mirisa, our place. It costs us $9.
Yeah.
It's about 30 minutes like this. It costs us $9. Easy, no worry, and it's nice. And we travel around Mirisa, Varigama, Unawatuna, Gale, Mantara on this area with a local bus.
Yeah.
So easy and so convenient. You
Yeah.
just stand on the bus station, and then just ask, is it this going to this place? Boom. It costs us each time per way is per person is 100 Sri Lanka money, which is 34 cents US dollar.
Yeah, 34 cents. So like when we took the bus from Colombo Airport to Mantara, that was $4, and then we could have taken the local bus. We didn't know at the time, and it would have been like 34 cents each from Mantara to Mirisa, which is the first place we stayed.
Yeah.
So as an example, if you have a lot of luggage and you want to take the Uber, pay the $9. But if you want to ride a bus, a local bus clearly marked 34 cents.
True, it's clearly much 34 cents. And then it's so easy because some distance is short, but people pay 50 rupees.
Yeah.
Just pay 100 because it's 34 cents only. Just pay 100. And sometimes when we give like the 100 to the ticketing, and then they give us change.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
When you don't ask them how much, you just send them 100. They don't know if you know the local rate or not. So most of them, I would say 80% of the time, they give you the change back, assuming you know how much you're supposed to get back.
It just surprised to me, So I got my change back.
Yeah.
It's 34 cents. I got my change back.
And another example is when we stayed in Mirisa when we first arrived, and we wanted to see some of the other beaches and cities nearby, like Waligama or whatever.
Yeah.
And you would think, oh, I need to know what time the bus leaves or goes and all this kind of thing. No, you just walk up to the main street in whatever city you're in, look for the word Waligama or wherever you want to go. When that bus comes, you just put up your hand, they pull over, you jump on, hand them the 100, they'll hand you back the change. You're there in 10, 15, 20 minutes, however long it takes the bus. You jump off, you just watch on the Google phone when it's time to jump off. You tell them, hey, I'm getting off here. You jump off the bus, 34 cents. So do you want to rent a car? Do you want Uber for $9? Do you want to rent a tuk-tuk for $30 a day? Or do you want to pay $2 round trip to go to a nice beach somewhere near you? It's up to you, but we just wanted you to have the information.
Yeah, just pay 100 rupees. Don't care whether they give you change or not change. It's just 34 cents, okay?
Yeah, if they rip you off, it's 10 cents for taking.
The next one we want to share about the restaurant and accommodation.
Yeah. So in most of Sri Lanka is like the rest of the world. They have the tourist area where you can get a nice entree for $6 to $10 right on the beach with the beautiful wind and the waves and everything. And there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you feel like having whatever a steak or more expensive food or whatever. But if that's not in your budget, you just wander a couple blocks back, ask for a couple of the locals, and you can eat at a local place that will run anywhere from about 500 rupees to about 1,000 to 1,500 rupees. So you can eat local if you want. And honestly, many, just like you in your home country, you know how to make local food probably, to make delicious local food that you and your family have been eating for years. And that's what you're going to get at a local restaurant. If you go to a tourist restaurant, you might have somebody there's cooking something they've never cooked before or not as often. And so when you eat it, it won't be like ordering a steak in your hometown or ordering a burrito in your hometown. And so often the local food is not only half the price, but it tastes better.
Yeah, I would say that stick with the local restaurant. That's a good choice. We're jumping out some of that. Stay tuned for our video about our accommodation and the restaurant.
Great point.
Yeah, and the next one is if you love your alcohol, there's some problem here for you.
Yeah.
That it's not that easy to find a beer in the grocery store, mini market.
Right.
It's only some area, that you only can get beer and alcohol on the bar of the restaurant?
Yeah, so it's each, apparently the alcohol here is controlled by each state. We found everywhere we go, like Chung said, we can get it in bars and restaurants.
Yeah.
And the beers run around 1,000 to 1,000 rupee
Yeah.
to 1,500 for a beer, right?
Yeah.
Which is 1,000 is about $3, 1,500 is whatever $4. And that would be for local, and some of that you can even get foreign beers for that. But if you can buy in the store, it's around 500.
Yes.
So you can always get your beer and alcohol for in restaurants for like a $3 to $5. In some states, you'll find it for $1.50 in the stores.
I would say that if you love your alcohol, if you love your whiskey, get it in the big city like Colombo,
Yeah,
Gali.
yeah,
That's why I see that you can get beer in the supermarket instead of you are getting in the restaurant. Next is police. So we don't have anything about police because we're not renting a motorbike, scooter, tuk-tuk. So we never.
Yeah, we had no experience with the police, but
Yeah.
the experience we did have is that they're visible in the tourist areas,
Yeah.
and they're friendly and nice.
Just remember, if you're renting tuk-tuk, scooter, or car, make sure you have your international license to convert to the local license.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
all. The next one is the safety.
Safety. Yeah, I feel really. I mean, I probably sound like a broken record to you guys, but in Southeast Asia, Asia in general, we really feel safe. I mean, I feel safe here. Not only are the people super friendly, always smiling, and very, very nice to us, helping us with directions, places to eat, things to do, how to, it's just really lovely people, but just not feeling any aggression around me at all. It's very safe feeling.
Plus, we are travel around those tourist areas, even like walking outside by myself alone, sending the laundry, buying coffee, it's not a problem for that.
So Chung and I are slow travelers. We travel around the world. I've been to, this is my 68th country, as I mentioned earlier. Chung's
32.
And so we don't go back to our home country very often, just visit family once a year or every other year. But people always ask us, well, what do you do about healthcare? And so we do have our annual checkups, depending on where we are in the world.
Yes.
And people always wonder, like, what does it cost? What does it cover? What kind of checkups do they do? And Chung and I have done a video about that, and we're going to share it with you up here somewhere.
Somewhere here, we talk about when we do a checkup in Panama, Thailand, and Malaysia. Check out here. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.